Hello, welcome Shadowverse players! My name is Loki and I am joined by our lovely Guildmaster Scott, and we're talking about more Shadowverse Evolve.
Yeah, this time we're going to break down the starter deck, Maculate Ablution, which
Yes,
I don't
it's
think are
English
real words.
words.
I refuse to accept that both of those are like immaculate. Yes, absolution. Yes,
No,
this feels
ablution.
like they
I
just went.
actually know what ablution means because
What does ablution mean?
it's
Teach us.
from Latin. It's for cleaning yourself, cleaning your soul,
Bullshit.
cleaning
No,
body and soul. Yeah,
no, I refuse
yeah,
to
because it
know.
also exists in Polish.
Oh, damn you and your knowledge of languages. Well, fine. We're talking about Havencraft. I don't really know too much about this class. So it's going to be heavily involved on Loki's knowledge. But before we do, I have to talk about our affiliate with Voltex. In the description, you'll find two links: one for the UK, one for the US. One leads to our direct link for the UK people, and the other leads to Amazon.com. If you need any binders or deck boxes, you're card gamers, you're probably going to need them at some point. You can save yourself 10% by using code Players Guild. There you go. That's it. That's simple. It's all in the description box. That's all you need to know. Now let's break it down with our first legendary, well, our only legendary in the starter deck, Skullfane.
So before we go in,
Oh,
the
okay.
main theme of the deck is religion,
Okay.
and the main mechanic of the deck is amulets.
Oh, okay. So something we've not seen much of.
Yes. So this is this when I started playing Shadowverse was my favorite class,
Okay.
and to this day I have a soft spot for Bishop class for Havencraft. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Bishop class in Japanese. So
So
do you want to take it?
that's a
Go for it.
that's different. So it's a 7 cost, six
Yep.
six, which yeah, that's actually quite nice stats. It has the fanfare of look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal an amulet from the cards that you looked at, and then put it onto. So you just play it straight away. That's
Yep.
pretty good. Put the remaining cards into your grave or cemetery. Whenever an amulet leaves your field, deal 2 damage to each enemy leader and enemy follower on the field. So that's actually really quite nice.
Yep. So the amulets that are in here in Havencraft in in a mobile game, they are countdown amulets, which destroy themselves at the end of at the start of X turn. So countdown
Oh,
2,
okay. I get you. So they're
countdown
always
3,
popping
etc.
off. And...
Yeah,
Okay.
Skullfane in those games was way weaker because while he was in your hand, every time an amulet was destroyed, he was costing 1 less.
Okay.
So you were just dropping him as a 0 cost 6/6.
Mm.
But in here, I finished so many games with it, and if you know how to play this deck, it can be way more oppressive than the spell deck.
Oh, that's terrifying. So let's talk about
As
it.
long as we're just talking about starter decks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, first we have Priest of the Cudgel. Cudgel? Cudgel?
He is a faith trait.
Yes, he has Faith as his trade. He's the class specific 3 cost, 3/3, pay 1, evolve.
Mm-hmm.
And on evolve effect, select an enemy follower with 3 defense or less on the field and banish it.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
Because I'm assuming banish means it gets removed from the game.
That is correct.
Yeah.
It's just, it poofs, there's no last word effect, there's no coming back from that.
That's really good. That's actually really solid.
And it checks for the current defense, not the original defense. So if you put damage on it, the defense is reduced.
It does. Oh yeah, free defense or less. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty good. I think I rate that. I think that's a really good evolve target just to put in, especially as more and more cards come out. I think this is actually a really nice card to look
This
at.
card stayed relevant in the game for as long as it was in the rotation.
Mm. Interesting.
So this
Very
was
cool.
very, very strong. Moving on, we have the very first spell. If you want to take it.
Acolyte's Light. It's a 4 cost, so quite heavy on the cost there. It's got quick. Select an enemy follower on the field, banish it, and give your leader +2 health.
Hi.
It's pretty good.
Hi.
Let's just pay for remove something.
Banish, not destroy. Banish. Doesn't check the
Yeah,
defense. Doesn't check the cost. Doesn't check the attack,
that's kind of scary.
and heals you for 2.
Yeah, that's really scary.
And it's quick.
Yeah. Oh, I attack with my really big bot. Okay,
Yep.
bye.
No, you
Yeah.
don't. Bye.
Yeah. That's really scary. That's really scary.
Yep.
I would say that card's worth just buying this deck for alone. Actually.
I mean, this is my kind of a deck, right?
Mhm.
From the 3 cards you've seen so far, this is my kind of a deck.
I remove a problem and I also gain life because I
It's
removed
like
it.
slow, stupid slow.
Mm.
Then we're going to why this deck can also do the attack. So this is our amulet, first one that we're going to see. 4 play point, dual flames. On Fanfare, you summon a Holy Tiger. We're going to talk about it in a second. And then you can pay 2, tap, and put this card in your cemetery to summon another Holy Tiger.
All right, okay, that's pretty cool. And so does that proc of like does that count as being destroyed then?
You're talking about Skullfane. Leaves your field.
Oh, okay. So yeah, right. So
Yeah.
yeah, it will proc that. Okay,
Yeah,
makes
it
sense.
will.
Yeah.
And it's going to give you a 4/4 with Rush.
Oh wow, that's really good.
So on this amulet, some amulets come in tapped. This one doesn't. So here you can spend 6 total play points, even over 2 turns, to get a total of 8 play points value. Because you get
really
two tigers with Rush, which means they can remove something, and they're above that threshold of 3 health.
Dang, it's really solid.
They're really that is really strong.
Yeah.
And next one is the amulet that is the gold rare for the set if you want to take it.
Yeah, so this is a 0 cost amulet. So that's our first 0 cost card we've seen it at all. It's got the activate effect of tapping it. Put this card into your cemetery, select an enemy follower on the field, and engage it, which means tap it, right?
Yep, that is correct.
And then also activate main, pay 10.
Yep.
Okay, and then tap it, put it in the cemetery, banish each card or each follower on the field. So that's every follower on the field, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's still really good. Like
that is a bold wipe.
That is.
I skip my turn, but you lose everything.
Yeah, like good luck with that.
The first effect is also fairly decent because you can use it for free to activate the Skullfane's effect that deals 2 to the whole board and make something attackable.
Yeah.
Because you engage it, which means I can now choose it as an attack target for my tigers, for example.
Yeah. No, I think that's it's a really nice card. I like it quite a bit.
Yeah. Then we go into Ardent Nun, because nuns with swords are fun.
Nuns with swords are fun. That is true. That is a fact of life.
2 play point 2/2. It has ward, evolves for 1, and during each opponent's turn, this follower deals 1 more damage. Which means during opponent's turn, it's a 3/2.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. And it evolves into a ward 3/3. During opponent's turn, this is a 5/3.
That's that's all right. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's very difficult to suddenly go into it. Yeah, she's small.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, I'm actually gonna be taking. I'm losing end of this. Like, yeah.
She's really fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Another Guardian Nun.
3/3/3 with evolve for 1 on the ward, and the fanfare is there. If there is an amulet on your field, you give this plus a follower 1 health.
Yeah, that is really strong. And then she evolves into it.
Ward on evolve, give your leader plus 2 health, which is really nice.
Yep. And of course, she keeps that plus 1 health from the front side. So she's a 4/5 ward.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really solid.
Yeah. It's a very defensive deck if you haven't seen the amount of wards yet. Then we're going to a second part of the aggression. Pinion Prayer. Sorry. 1 play point amulet. Pay 1. Tap. Put it in the cemetery. Summon a Holy Falcon token.
Ooh, Holy Falcon.
Very quickly. Holy Falcon, it's a 3 play point.
It's got Storm, Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Can you
That's
imagine
so
that?
good.
Yeah. And you pay 2 for that, right?
That's really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh,
Yeah, it's,
and then Beastly Vow. So this one costs 2 play points, comes in engaged, so you can't use the
mhm.
effect the same turn you play this amulet. You pay 1 to tap it, or rather engage it, and put it in the cemetery, and you summon the Holy Tiger.
Which we've seen.
Yes, which
You
we've
know,
seen is a 4/4 rush.
he's a rush boy. Yeah, that's still fine. It's a very interesting deck. I'll give it that. Like, I think I can definitely see where it comes in and strong. This is a deck that I like. I describe this quite a lot when we talk about other card games. Is a deck I feel like I need to play with to experience it truly, because it is a lot going on that requires you to be playing it out. I think.
Yes.
But I definitely see the advantage of it. I definitely see the advantage of it.
It has a very specific situations where it's good, very specific situations where it's not.
Mm,
And this is as much as the spell deck is a combo deck. You
mm,
go to your specific combo and you want to finish the game with that. This one is a very defensive deck. I will
mm.
burn out all of your resources, drop a Skullfane, and win on the back of that.
Yeah, right. Because you just keep healing yourself, so
Yep.
attrition eventually kicks in. You've got the board wipe. You've got Skullfin. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here, and I think it's a really cool deck to play around with and try and master. Especially as you get more cards in the set and see where things can go. That'd be really interesting. Again, not really my type of play style, but I think it's an interesting that like you look at everything we've got in this like starter deck series. We've had various play styles that most people can attribute to, and so
Yes.
adding this into there is another really good
This
step
is a
in.
playstyle that needs to exist in a card game as much as people hate it.
Yeah, I agree. I think so. I like everyone has their own play styles, and it seems like this game caters to quite a lot of them off the rip, which is always nice to see.
Yes. I think it pretty much caters to all of them because you have aggro, you have swarm, you have a combo, you have mid range, you have control, and you have ramp.
Hmm.
Which I
And
can't
it
think of
covers the
any
basics.
other ones.
I mean, you got hand control and mill, but they're
Which is
very.
Mill is a one that I would agree doesn't need to exist.
Mm.
Hand control will not exist as far as I know. No, wait, there is because I was looking at the spoilers for set 3 or set 4. There is hand control coming in the
But
one that no one was expecting. I think
oh, it's not right now. That's
it's
the
not right
important
now.
thing.
It's nowhere near us. We're
Yeah,
not even at set 1 yet. They're going to be at set 4 by the time we are at set 1.
yeah. So lots of cool things to break down there. If you want to check out our previous coverage on the starter decks, you can see our thoughts and breakdowns of them. And of course, if you do need any binders or deck boxes, hit that description box. Find the link to a store near you and use our code Players Guild to save yourself 10% and help the channel in doing so. Thanks to Voltex for partnering with us. I've been Scott Seven, your Guildmaster here at Players Guild, joined by Loki Smith, and we'll see you next time.